Day 5 of exposing lies about fat loss. So today we're talking about yogurts. Why yogurts? Because they taste good. However, there's a huge problem. Every single time I go to the store and I see all those yogurts on display, and I see that they're marketing those yogurts as healthy because it says 0% fat or 1% fat. And everyone falls for the trick. Everyone believes that if you eat a yogurt with 0% fat, you're not going to gain weight. Logically, yeah, maybe it makes sense. But in practice, it doesn't. Because let me tell you something. When you remove fats from a product, for example, your yogurt, it's going to taste horrible. The fat in that food gives it taste. If you remove fat, it's going to taste horrible. So when they do that, they have to add something else so it doesn't taste like garbage. So what do they add? Well, you will notice that the list of ingredients gets longer and longer the less percentage of fat your yogurt has. So they add sugar, or maybe they will say zero sugar, but they will add something that are replacements for sugar that are even worse. Not only that, they will add flavoring. And okay, you probably know that artificial flavoring is bad. But what about natural flavors? Because it's natural, right? No. Do not fall for the trick. What is natural flavor? Like if you wanted to make a yogurt with strawberry, you would just add strawberry, right? And you would write it on the ingredient list, strawberry. But they add just natural flavor. What does that mean? Maybe it's derived from something natural, but is it actually natural? Probably not. So do not fall for the trick. Now, you have a concern. Okay, well, I'm eating a yogurt that's gonna be maybe 10% fat because that's healthy, right? Because they're not gonna add a bunch of sugar and all other things that are gonna make the yogurt taste good. Well, am I gonna gain weight because it's more fat? No, you will not gain weight because you're eating more fat. Now, the caveat to this is, are you eating animal fats or industrial fats? What do I mean by industrial fats? I mean like seed oils, like canola oil, like palm oil, like all of those, margarine, for example, which is not even real butter, it's disgusting. So all of those oils that are coming from vegetables, right? Vegetables or plants, horrible. They're not good for you. Rapeseed oil, I can name a bunch of them. You should not be eating that because that will cause inflammation in your body. That will mess up your hormones. Then also about the sun, everyone talks about skin cancer. Well, guess why people are getting skin cancer? It's not because of the sun directly. No, it's because of the food that you're eating, more precisely, the seed oils. They made a study. The seed oils that you're eating affects the cells in your skin. And when you're exposed to the sun, it creates skin cancer. But if you were eating normal food and you would be in the sun, it would be very healthy for you. But that's another point. That's another point. Let's stick to the topic, okay? So, as I was saying, you have to make the distinction between industrial fats and animal fats. When you eat animal fats, what do I mean by that? I mean just animals. Just animals. I'm not talking about just biting into a cow. No, no, obviously. But you go to the store, you buy a steak, there's fats on the steak, or you eat butter, which is, again, fats from the cow, milk, right? Then what do you have else? Pork fat. Any fats, any animal products are going to be good for you. And if you think that the more animal fats that you eat, the more you're going to gain weight, you are wrong. Because actually, it's the opposite. Because when you eat animal fats, it gives you everything that you need for your body to survive. It gives all the nutritional factor that you need, and plus, you will eat less because you're full. However, if the only thing that you eat is pasta, you're gonna be hungry in like 2 hours, and your body is not gonna get anything from pasta. So, the more animal fats that you eat, you will notice that you will start to lose fat, and you will gain muscles. I know, it sounds weird, right? I'm eating more fats, but I'm losing fat. Because the saying of you are what you eat? Well, in this case, it's the opposite. But the caveat to this is which fats are you eating. Again, you can be eating a steak, but you're cooking on canola oil or palm oil or vegetable oil, and you will be gaining weight. Because, hey, you're eating the steak, right? It's healthy. Good. It's healthy. But you're cooking in industrial fats, in industrial oils that were never meant for humans to eat. They were meant for machinery. Okay? And when you eat those, well, guess what? Guess what? Even cooking in them, you will start to gain weight.